possibility the club are in a relegation battle. Has that dawned on the players now that they're really going to have to be up for the fight?
Yeah, when you have these kind of moments, especially in the big clubs, it's really hard to turn things around, and especially when you don't have a lot of time to train the basics to cope with the difficult moments. So we have to acknowledge our positioning, the way you see the league. Everybody can win everybody, so we have to win games and to focus on surviving.
Just on Joshua Zirkzee, when he came off, I know it was an unpleasant reaction for him to have. When he went into the tunnel, did someone have to go in there and bring him back out, or did he want to be in the dressing room?
He wanted to be, and then he returned in the second half. It was a very difficult moment, and he's a human being. But then he felt the support of the fans in the end, so everything is okay.
Hi Ruben, how do you end this slump?
Sorry?
How do you end this slump, these defeats?
It's really hard. I think it's really hard on everybody, and you can feel it on the pitch. I think we show some improvements in the first games, especially against City and Tottenham, even in Arsenal the first moment. But we are losing that because of the lack of training and the lack of belief after so many losses. Some difficult moments when you suffer some goals in the beginning of the games, and then it's like really hard during all the games. So it's a really tough moment for everybody, and I think the players losing everything, the small things that we try to work on training after one goal, they lose everything because they don't have the base. We don't have time to build the base to cope with the difficult moments, so it's really hard in this moment.
Ruben, is it embarrassing as Manchester United manager that you're talking about relegation?
Yeah, it's also my fault in this moment, because I think the team is not improved. I think is a little bit lost in this moment. So it's a little bit embarrassing to be a Manchester United coach and to lose a lot of games. So, but we have to cope with that difficult moments in the life of everybody. So it's a hard moment.
Cheers.
Ruben, I understand the idea of wanting to have your system and your idea and impose that onto a group of players, but when you don't have the group of players who can play your system, do you not at some point have to compromise and change your system to try and get through this period?
It's like playing with three is more or less the same thing of playing with four. We can change the characteristics. If you play with Ahmad on the winger, could be a little bit different. We had some games that we press in 4-4-2. So I don't see it that way. Of course, the players are not. I didn't choose the players specifically for that position, but that I already knew. So, but I have to sell my idea. If I'm going to change all the time, it's going to be even worse. But I understand that they have a lot of difficulties because they spend 2 years playing one way and then they are playing another. And with a lot of losses, it's really tough on them, and they feel. You can feel it during the game. So even today, when we try to score and we are near to score, was more from them than the organization. So you can feel it. I can feel it, but I have to sell my idea. I don't have another one.
Jamie.
I think everyone respects why you're saying you have to sell the idea. You've got to have a vision. I think everyone respects that. But if you keep on losing, impossible to sell the idea. So then what?
If I change the system completely, I don't know if I'm near to win. If I do that and continue to lose, then is worst. So you don't know, I don't know, and I see the game in a different way. It doesn't matter if you are 3 with 5 or with 4. If you know the basics and if you can train that idea, I see the game in this way. So I understand what you are saying. But if I know for sure that changing everything is going to get us near to win games, I will do it.
But could you not have said to them, this is going to be my idea from next season. We're going to have the summer pre-season. We're going to have all that time to work on, which you obviously haven't had. But for the time being, we're going to maybe play a hybrid, sometimes 3-4-3, sometimes a system that you are comfortable with. You know, just to maybe accommodate the difficult
So-
situation you're in.
When you have a change of coach, especially in this type of club, is because they are not winning, and they play specifically in the system they were bought for and choose perfectly for that system. So, in that moment, with the idea with 2 years working in pre-seasons, they were losing. So I'm going to change for that system that I don't believe to change things to win games. It doesn't make sense. So I can understand your ideas. For me, it's more simple than that. What I think is that, of course, you can. If I think the players with the right profile for each position, it will be different. But I have to start now this moment because this team was already in problems. So I have to teach what I know, and that is my focus, and I believe on that.
Laurie.
Do you think you can make any additions in January to this, given the squad wasn't built with this kind of system in mind?
We don't have that possibility in January if we don't take some players. So you know the situation better than I am. So it's not the case that I'm arriving here and I can spend a lot of money changing all the team. You know the situation, so it's not a point to talk about it.
One player in that position though is Marcus Rashford, who said he might be looking for a new challenge. He was on the bench today. Was that a statement by you, or was that you didn't think that he was able to change the game in a positive way for United?
I think about the team. You think about a lot about Marcus. I think about the team. When I'm there, I'm not making a point. I just want to win the game, and you can feel it. I'm talking about the idea and the fight for relegation and etc. And I want to make a point during a game. No, I just want to win the game.
Last question, Rob.
You're obviously taking quite a lot of the responsibility on your own shoulders. You just said there that you were to blame. But did you expect a higher basic level from the players? Because the reason that you're losing all these games is not simply down to a system, is it? It's not just a system thing that's caused the defeat tonight. Is it? There are improvements that the players need to make themselves and not, I don't know, hide behind you when they talk about the system all the time.
I'm responsible. I don't like to arrive here and make excuses. I think people are tired of excuses in this club, and I think sometimes I talk about relegation because of that. I think our club needs a shock, needs a shock, and we have to understand that it's a very difficult moment, and we have to fight for the next game and to implement the idea to win games and to have also performance, because I think we are losing some things from the last games.
But do you feel like you're having to protect the players more than perhaps you would like? I know, because you're only just through the door. It's only been sort of 6 weeks. That maybe you can't come in front of us and say it's not just my fault. It's they've got to take their share of the responsibility.
I just want to win games. I never watch a coach winning games by not protecting the players. So what I have to say to the players, I say in the dressing room, we're here, I'm responsible, and we'll have to prepare the next game, try to win. We need desperately to win one game.
Thank you.
Thank you.